Welcome to tonight's presentation of the Pro Basketball Association. If you want pro, you want the PBA.
Welcome into the PBA Game of the Week. Gary Ade, Paul Mokeski here on the call as we get set for the Columbus Blackhawks in white taking on the Montgomery Knights in red. Paul, a distinct size disadvantage for the Knights, and we'll see if they're able to overcome that as we get this game en route. Looks like we're getting ready for the ball toss right now.
Yeah, it looks like Montgomery Knights won a sped-up game, and the Columbus Blackhawks won a pound-it-down-low game.
Let's see how it plays out as Columbus gets first crack at it. Already with the back to the basket. Nice move inside. Good defense. That's a tough shot. I'll tell you what, that's a you can't hang your head too much if you're Montgomery on that one.
No, you made them take a tough shot. Good move by the power player inside.
No doubt about it. Nice shot from the outside, but no good as the first points of the game were scored by Moody. And the runner in the lane brings it to an early 4-0 advantage. Good shot that time from Haney as the Knights look to get their first bucket of the game. Far side corner. Good defense. Deflected out of bounds. Last touched by the Blackhawks.
Yeah, the Blackhawks have attacked in a low post and attacked in the open court. Done a great job so far.
Blackhawks on defense in the white uniforms with orange numbers. Red uniforms and white numbers for the Knights, who get into the lane this time. Can't get it to go. Tip-in is no good, and the long rebound comes out to the Blackhawks, who are on the move. Coming down the other lane, into the lane. Scoop shot is no good. No contact called. Good no call by the officials as the Knights come back the other way. Euro step into the lane is good. Nice play by the Knights.
Nice Euro step. Good. That's attacking the rim on the other end. That's very good job.
So it's 4-2 as the Knights are able to contest without fouling there, although it does remain in the possession of the Blackhawks.
See if they can execute a baseline out of bounds play.
Nice move into the lane. Nice dump off. Nice play.
Very nice pick and roll action there. Good finish by the big guy.
No doubt about it. Pick and roll is a tough play to execute under normal circumstances. Harder with a court that appears to be slightly smaller than normal dimensions, but it's making for an interesting up and down game as the Knights come back again, this time on the feed.
Great attack, great pass. Cortez to the big Moody inside. We're going to start calling him. He's just scoring inside. We're going to call him Mr. Moody.
Mr. Moody. The foul is
he's a
called.
force. He's been a force so far in this game. We'll see how it goes on.
8-2 Columbus, an early lead as the Knights look to stay within striking range, and it looks like they may have stepped out of bounds.
They executed, but it's mind-boggling to me just these days in basketball how many players step out of bounds. The lines are there for a reason.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting change, that's for sure, as the Blackhawks look to take advantage of the Montgomery turnover, and a call is made. Looks like a illegal screen.
Yeah, I think that time Mr. Moody got a little bit too physical and was moving on his pick there. But I'd rather see that than the phantom picks that some of the bigs set in today's basketball.
Yeah, if you're a big, you want the person who gets picked by you to notice it. Good block by the Blackhawks.
Exactly.
Good job by the Knights staying with it. Step back three is up and good. What a shot.
Good ball movement off an offensive rebound, and those shots seem to always go in.
Washington Thomas with that three for the Knights. Down low. Big move down low and a bucket. Good shot that time from Reddick.
Reddick's also another big body that that Columbus Blackhawks have, and they use them down low. It's good basketball inside out.
10-6 as the Knights look to get back into the game and cut it down to a 2-point advantage. Nice reverse underneath, but it won't go. So far, the Knights hanging tough. Long three is up, no good. Off the back rim by Mendenhall, and the Knights come the other way. Nice corner three, in and out. Offensive rebound, batted around, finally controlled by the Blackhawks.
Good drawn kick. The shot just didn't go in, but that's a very good shot.
10-6 as the Knights lock in on defense. 2v2. Going down low to the big man, Reddick. Spin, no good. Offensive rebound on the other side. Short corner three is good.
Nice drop step in the post, offensive rebound kick out, and like I said before, those shots always go.
You're right about that. They really do.
You play good defense, and then they get some break and get a rebound, kick it out, and you're a coach on the sidelines, and you go, oh no, that's going in.
Yep, whenever I play 2K and I block a shot, I always block it to the other team, and it always goes in. It's like, I'd just rather make it the first time. Now we have the Knights at the line as Butler will look to make a pair.
Yeah, it looked like Keith Butler on the other end attacked the basket and got to the free throw line, and that's going to be key for the Knights as this game goes on.
Butler makes the first, winds and fires. Second one rims around and in. 13-8.
If I'm the Knights, I might want to do a little full court pressure here and change it up a little bit.
Nice dump off down low and a score off the pass. I believe that was Reddick on the basket. Four minutes and change, almost 5 to go here in the first. 7-point advantage for Columbus. And it looked like the Knights may have just tripped there. Brown looked like he might have lost his footing, but a foul is called, I believe, or nope, just a timeout. So it's the immediate timeout. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll continue on in the first quarter. 15-8, Columbus on top of Montgomery here on the PBA Game of the Week.
Yeah. But I think they got it lined up the way the bench is. Well, no, not even that. No, because Columbus is up. So, I don't know. Columbus should be home 15. Montgomery should be 8. So, they might want to change that.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should be home, right?
We're back. Gary Aid, Paul McKeskey here on the call. Montgomery trailing by 7 as they look to inbound. To get it into the top of the circle, coming out of the media timeout. Nice move on the crossover by Smith, but loses the ball, gets it back. Corner three is up and good. McKinney with a big bucket for the Knights.
Yeah, McKinney's one of their better three-point shooters, so they need him to get hot right now and get them back in this game.
Short bounce off the front rim after the miss by the Blackhawks. It was Mendenhall with the missed shot as the Knights come back the other way. Here is Smith.
Let's see him move the ball a little bit and get another good shot and put a little pressure on Blackhawks.
That was a nice slip screen set by Mendenhall as the ball unfortunately found its way to that short corner and they ran out of real estate and it goes over to Columbus.
That's a little too quick for that three-pointer. I know guys are going under, but sometimes it's better to pass the ball a little bit and get a better shot.
almost a steal. And now a 4-on-5 advantage for Columbus, and they convert as Ettany knocks down the three.
You take chances on defense and don't get that steal. A good team can make you pay, and the Blackhawks did make the Knights pay on that one.
18-11, 3 minutes and change to go as the ball gets dribbled off the shin, it looked like, of the the Knights as the Blackhawks come the other way. Nice no-look pass down low, but good recovery on defense. Battling for it is the big man, but Smith comes away for the Knights. Good full-court pressure applied by the Blackhawks. Still hassling, and a steal, and goes the other way. Effort is rewarded. That was all hustle and intensity from Caney.
That's what happens when you take a chance and make the steal. You get a bucket out of it.
Miss off the short shot by the Knights, coming back the other way. Blackhawks take a three, no good. That one's long. Long rebound corralled by the Knights, coming back the other direction. A little more intensely. The pace is picked up. There's some full court pressure being applied as the Blackhawks come the other way. No good, but an offensive rebound. The long rebound bounces out to Ettany, who controls.
It seems like the spacing for the Knights is very bad. They're doing that. They're splitting the pick and rolls and dribbling off their foot or turning the ball over a lot.
There's your buddy, Mr. Moody, Paul.
Going to work in the post, too big. Little guy's got to get in the weight room to guard Mr. Moody down low. Doing a great job, not only of scoring in the post, but getting out on the break also.
So the Blackhawks now are beginning to pull away.
Very important for the Knights to execute now and move the ball and put the Blackhawks on defense more.
Nice pass down low, but it's picked off by the Blackhawks.
Another turnover. Turnover is just killing the Knights right now.
Blackhawks controlling in their own offensive zone. Moody attacking the rim. Nice deflection, but it goes right back to him. It's those same shots, Paul, they always go in.
Mr. Moody.
A step back shot. Nice shot that time from Washington Thomas.
Yeah, Washington Thomas is one of their better all-around players on everywhere, rebounding, scoring. He's going to have to step up here pretty quickly and help his team get out of this funk they're in right now.
We got 50 seconds to go in the first quarter.
You're seeing it play out right away, the size of the Blackhawks versus the athleticism of the Knights. And right now we have size winning that battle distinctly.
Yeah, it's
at 7 foot I kind of like.
Not that you're biased.
No.
Good shot that time. I believe that was Ettany for the Blackhawks. In any case, it's a three. The lead expands as the Knights try to answer. No good. That was probably a rushed shot, and here come the Blackhawks back the other way.
Another early jump shot and attack the other way. Put pressure on your defense, and the other team's getting to the foul line because you took an early shot at the other end. The Knights can't afford to do that much more.
Ettany now back at the charity stripe, looking to extend this lead, which has ballooned to 15 as we close out the first quarter.
A lot of times players or people don't realize that your offensive possession time can limit the other team's effectiveness on their offensive end because you're making them play defense for a longer extended period of time. And no team wants to do that. And it's important right now for the Montgomery Knights to make the Columbus Blackhawks play more defense or they're going to be hurting to get this game back under control.
That's an excellent point, Paul. And you don't think of time of possession as a basketball stat. You think of it more in football, but you're absolutely right. When you don't have the ball, you can't score.
Yep.
A wise man told me that.
It's
about
another long three.
That wise man's about 7 foot tall and lives in Vegas. I'm not sure who he is.
Must be smart, though.
As another three goes down for the Blackhawks, this time off the hand of Mendenhall.
That was off another quick long three from the Knights.
That time a short shot off the front rim, caroms out of bounds. Everyone hustling for it. You like to see that, and it belongs to the Blackhawks.
If I'm the Knights right now, on the next offensive possession, I want to pass 4, 5, 6 times and make the Blackhawks work on defense and see if we can loosen this game up a little bit on our offensive end.
So the Knights trying to claw their way back in. But another beautiful pass down low. This time they are unable to convert, but it was all the Knights could do to foul there to prevent the easy basket.
Yeah, the Columbus Blackhawks really have good spacing. They have 3 or 4 bigs on their team that can pick and roll, have good hands, and they do it very effectively. And even if, the basket didn't go in, you put pressure on them because you're going to the free throw line and, scoring points there and getting their other players in foul trouble.
Columbus looks to extend its lead. They cannot, but an offensive rebound down low, body down low, foul, and again going back to the line. So this time
they're just punishing them with their size right now. And like I said before, the only way the Knights can dig themselves out of this is pass the ball, move it, and occupy the game offensively with their time on the other end.
this time
Also, maybe get some of their bigs tired out by having to play more defense and moving their feet.
that's a very good point. Bowick makes one and misses the second. Here we go now, 34-12.
See if we can get a couple passes, 3 or 4 passes.
Does it count if you just go back and forth, one to the next guy to the next guy?
At least it's time consuming. It's not as effective as swinging the ball, but it's at least you're taking time off the clock.
Hi, I'm Ben, and I'm with Wilson Basketball. Today we're going to talk about the Wilson Evolution. The Evolution is the #1 selling basketball in the country, and for good reason. The first thing anybody will tell you is how good the Evolution feels. Most people can't describe it, but it's the microfiber cover that provides that great grip and that soft feel that everybody refers to. The channels share a similar texture and material as the rest of the ball, which adds to the control and that feel that everyone's talking about. The cushion core offers a softer touch around the rim. What that means is that the ball will stay on the rim a little bit longer, allowing you the opportunity to make more shots. The Evolution comes in 6 different colors, so you can match to your jersey or your own personal style. If you're looking for a game ball with soft feel that players swear by, check out the Evolution by Wilson.
You always, on offense, you always want to swing the ball. That makes the defense shift, and going back and forth on the same side doesn't quite do that.
May have seen the camera cut real quick to the start of the second quarter here. The first quarter ended, and the second quarter starts with a flurry as Montgomery gets a 3 right out of the gate.
A little better spacing and an open shot that they knocked down.
No box out there. Absolutely no one puts a body on the guy, and he gets an offensive rebound and putback right out of the gate.
Back to the same formula that got the
Hall that
Blackhawks ahead.
Yep. Size, and Hall with the conversion as the Blackhawks try to answer. The Knights try to answer, and no good. Ball bats around and will be controlled or given to the Blackhawks.
That's exactly what the Knights don't want to do. Dribble, shoot, no pass.
Post play, nice kick out. Another Euro step. No good on this one. Ball bats around and ends up with the Knights. Here they come. It's like a 3-on-2. Probably should have shot that layup, but instead it ends up with a turnover.
Yeah, I mean, layups there, you got to take it.
Nice low, no look pass down low. And another basket right at the rim for the Blackhawks. Knight trying to make something happen. Nice spinning shot that time. Good body control and posture from Morrison. Into the lane, Etney. Tax, no good, but fouled. And a clear foul against Calhoun will send Etney to the line.
The other thing that the Knights need to look at, like you saw in that play, the Blackhawks just penetrated, and the weak side defense of the Knights was non-existent. They were all glued to their men on the weak side and left the middle of the lane wide open with no resistance. That's where you need, especially if you're a smaller team, you need guys to step over and look at taking charges and making the other team make a couple extra passes before they can get to the free throw line and or score.
Again, it goes back to what you were talking about before, Paul, with the time of possession and making, like you said, making the game shorter to give yourself more opportunities.
You need to make the other team work on defense, and you need to keep them on defense longer.
40-17. Knights falling back big right now, down 23. Trying to cut it down a little bit. Now they're reversing the ball. Good shot in the lane, no good. One-legged runner bounces off short. Here come the Blackhawks back the other way. That one is long on the lead pass intended for Etney. And it will go back to Montgomery.
Even though on the other end, the Knights they had a one-legged floater shot. At least they swung the ball a couple times and then attacked the open middle. If they can concentrate on doing that more, they can get back in this game.
Knights looking to make it a closer game. An air ball three is probably not going to help that, although a good offensive rebound. And that one rattles around and in. So a nice play to stay with it by the Knights as Robinson scores.
That might be the first 2 points that they got inside the paint tonight.
Two more potentially down low as Reddick spins around, but he is called for a traveling violation.
Solid defense on the post. Make them make a move, make a tough shot, or turn the ball over.
Nice shot in the corner as the Knights continue to try to make a run at it. Hard to see who that was, but may have been Hall. It was Butler, as a matter of fact. Nice low post move, and again, another bucket for the Blackhawks down low. Paul, this is getting ugly as Bowick scores.
He just pounded it inside and made a nice little left shoulder hook. And, if I'm the Blackhawks, I'm going to do that over and over again.
Seem to be giving that advice, that's for sure.
It might be time for the Knights to change it up, either front the post, place in the zone, but you can't keep letting the Blackhawks catch it in the post with their big bodies and scoring in the paint on you, or you're just going to get the same result. You got to change it up on defense.
After some discussion, the ball is back in play as the Blackhawks come the other way. Long shot off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by the Knights. Townsend on the board, down low and out of bounds along that baseline. Tried to tap toe around, did Robinson, but was unable to do so. So here come the Blackhawks.
I mean, I like the pace, I like pushing the ball, but you can't have turnovers like that on, risky passes. You've got to make them work on defense. You keep saying that.
Good hustle. Steal by the Knights. Back the other end. A bucket is good. So the steal by Morrison leads to the transition bucket by Moore. That was a big play for the Knights.
The defense leads to offense. Let's see if they can continue that and make a run at this.
Good pressure defense. That's what you're talking about, Paul. Getting out those big guys early, making them work. Put the ball on the ground.
Uh-oh.
Bowick, unable to convert after the long shot off his attempted assist and rebounded by Reddick. He can't make it either, but he will get fouled and head to the line.
The big bodies are not only going to work on the low post, they're also going to work on the offensive glass. And that combination is just deadly. You got to hand it to the Blackhawks, though, and their coaching staff. They know what they are, they know what they're doing, and they execute it very well.
The Blackhawks, a very polished team, especially in the half court. You can see it, Paul. They execute, as you were just saying, they execute well. They run organized sets. They have a plan of attack on each possession. As the second free throw from Reddick misses, an offensive rebound is then batted out on the follow-up attempt by, I believe that was Bowick, as the Knights come back the other way. Nice pass. Good ball fake. And we have a travel.
Yeah, unfortunately, he tried to do a little bit too much, bobbled the pass, and couldn't get a shot up. But at least they were pushing the ball and attacking rather than pushing the ball and taking long threes. That's a better indicator of the Knights trying to get back in this game.
No doubt about it, Paul. Good analysis there, and we look to see what happens down low as this continues to be the point of attack. And to their credit, the Knights have taken them a little while, but they've adjusted to that, and they are now beginning to swarm even preemptively before the Bigs catch the ball on the low block.
Yeah, that was a good double team on the pass rather than on the catch. Unfortunately, a little too much handsy and created a foul, but that's better than letting them get a little post speed like this.
And, right there you saw an adjustment coming from Columbus. They're seeing that double team coming, as you said, Paul, on the pass. And if you notice, the offensive player there, I believe that was Bowick, went right into his move before he even caught the ball. He went right into his move. He wasted no time, barely took a dribble.
Yeah, we know the Knights know that the Blackhawks can score in the post. How about we double team them or front them and see if their bigs can make a play on the pass?
We'll see how it plays out as we head into the second part of the second quarter. 4:57 to go. Columbus 43, Montgomery Knights 24. Columbus with the ball here. Got a hand on it to the Knights, but a nice shot, and it ends up in the bucket for Columbus. Nice shot on the pull-up that time by Brown.
Yeah, they have a lot of players that can make plays on the inside and outside. Very impressed with the Blackhawks so far tonight.
Blackhawks hustle down the long rebound on the far side corner, and here they come back in the offensive zone. Mendenhall kicks it to the corner. Wide open three is up. No good.
Very nice ball movement, though. I'll take 40 more of those shots for sure.
No question about it, as Canny was unable to convert. Nice take right into the lane. Go the the Knights.
I don't know. Mr. Moody might get his mister taken away if he lets people lay it in front of him like that.
Uh-oh. Blackhawks missed there. Yeah, Mr. Moody, you better hustle up. You're on notice.
It's not good that he's walking down the floor right now either.
And another layup this time for the Knights as they begin to have a little pep in their step. They seem to have a little more energy and a little more intensity these last couple of minutes, Paul.
Yeah, they're changing the pace of the game and attacking the rim, not taking long jump shots.
Columbus with the back to the basket, Moody, and there is a call made here. Let's see what it is.
I think that was illegal defense. Yeah. I think for the people out there,
3 seconds.
And the NBA rules are you have to actively guard someone if you're in the paint. You have 2.9 seconds to not guard anybody, but then you have to get out or guard somebody. And one of the Knights was caught just watching and standing in the paint, and illegal defense will cost them a free throw, and the Blackhawks get the ball back.
So the Blackhawks make the free throw, extending their lead to 18.
That's why I'd rather have them be an aggressive trap rather than watching.
Good ball movement. That was a great play from the big man in the post. Saw the double team coming, knew where he was going with the ball before he even caught the ball. You could tell right from the second he caught the ball, he knew where he was going before he even had it.
That's a well-coached team and players that understand basketball, where they know they're double teaming. You're Mr. Moody in the post. I'm going to give that title back to him. He caught with one hand. Rather than the player passing to him and watching, he cut to the basket and got a nice quick little feed for a possible N1.
Unfortunately, they missed the free throw, but a good play nevertheless, as the Knights battling through some pressure from the Blackhawks, able to get off a good shot at the rim. Unfortunately, it doesn't go. Pull up on the offensive rebound is also no good. Rebounded by the Blackhawks. The ball almost turned over, but corralled by White. Brings it into the lane, goes right into the body of the defender, draws the contact, and will head to the free throw line.
And that's a great drive and a great draw. Having Daryl White drawing the foul, but it was made possible by the pace of the game and the spacing that the Blackhawks have in transition that opens up that paint for him to drive. Very, very, very well done there by the Blackhawks.
Now, Paul, you've been around the game a long time, both at the NBA level and at the minor league level and collegiate level. And I'm just curious, in a game like this, early season, how are you? Most of these teams haven't practiced a ton together. They're just still kind of getting to know each other, much like a team does in the beginning of an NBA season. How do you keep the team engaged when you're down big like this early?
I want to make sure we're not looking at the scoreboard. We're looking at what we're doing, both on offense and defense. I want to keep our concepts working. I want to keep the players on point, moving the ball like they did just there, and taking good shots, and not worry about the score right now. Worry about ourselves and what we're doing.
Moody, nice face-up jumper. What a play. That's a hard shot for a big guy to learn. Impressive for him to have that in his arsenal at such an early age.
It's very hard to double team that and defend that.
Long three is no good. Rebound comes down for the Blackhawks. Back the other way. Moody again, same spot, different result. That one's short. Rebounded by the Knights. Going back the other way. Moody slow to get back down the floor. The rebound comes down to the Blackhawks, pending the whistle. Appears to be a loose ball foul.
And also, Gary, on your point about what do you do when the game's getting out of hand, you need to break it down into little sections for the players. So there's 1 minute and 42 seconds left. Let's do the more right things now than we do wrong things, and see if we can cut in this lead by a couple, 4 or 5 points, and then start over in the third quarter.
On the inbound, nice screen by the official, and the Knights capitalize.
The official's part of the ball game. If it hits him, it's still in play.
And a foul is called. Perhaps a make good on the illegal screen by the official.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately for Burton, it was an offensive foul on him, so he gets the turnover on that. As bigs, you hate that. People don't understand traveling and offensive fouls as moving picks are turnovers.
Yes.
It hurts your stats for sure.
And of course we joke, but officials honestly do a great job in an impossible task. I mean, you're 50% wrong 100% of the time, as the saying goes.
And then the referees tonight are doing a good job.
They really are. Very impressed with the officials. They're keeping the game moving. You're not calling. The thing I always like about a refereeing crew, and I've definitely seen that tonight, is you don't want them to make too many calls. You'd rather them not make as many. You'd rather them make less than more. And yeah, exactly, Gary. That play, they could have called a foul on that. It wasn't really a foul. Instead, they called the goaltending that was there and let the play go on. That's excellent refereeing. Another shot by Moody. He's getting really comfortable in that between the block and the elbow space there on the near side, Paul. He's really made a few shots from there. Could have had 1 or 2 more that were good shots that just didn't go in from that exact spot.
Yeah, the Knights are going to have to come up with a better strategy at halftime for sure. Trapping, fronting, whatever.
Wow, Mendel. Another big one. Mendenell, makes a 3 there for the Blackhawks, and this game is blown wide open. It's now a 22-point advantage as we close in on the half. And I'll tell you what, the guy that stands out to me as we approach halftime, Paul, Moody for sure. That face-up game in the last couple of minutes has thrown a wrinkle in a game that prior to this was pretty much just about size. Now you're seeing his more to his game in size and strength. He's got some touch.
Yeah, and he's got skills, and quite frankly, at this level, it's harder to find bigs that have skills like that, especially on offense. And he's doing a great job.
No question
and
about it.
So is Cortez right there on the layup. His defensive pressure has really picked up.
And that steal and layup on the other end by Cortez Caney will end the half, and it's a tough half for the Knights, 57-33, as we step aside for halftime. Back after this on the PBA Game of the Week. As we get back from halftime, Gary Aid, Paul McKeskey here with you, taking you through this game of the week in the PBA, the Columbus Blackhawks, a dominant first half. Paul, how did they get here?
Well, we're going to see what the Montgomery Knights, if they're willing to pass the ball, share the ball, move the defense on offense. And also, we need to see an adjustment from the coaching staff to see if you're going to front or play zone against the post, because you can't keep doing what you're doing and expect to get back in this game. So we're going to see if the Knights can keep on point and get this game. You're just talking about making an 8-10 point dent in this thing right away and see what happens.
The Knights on defense now in the red jerseys. If you're just joining us, trying to get back in the game, as Paul just said, as the Blackhawks in the white missed their shot. Here come the Knights on a quick run out, and they are able to score. Nice play, good patience, and good peripheral vision as the pass led directly to the layup for Washington Thomas.
That was a good start, but you need to keep that up for an extended period of time to get back in this game.
So the Blackhawks will inbound from the near side area on the court, and they get it in. Looks like Etney at the controls, driving into the lane. No, check that. A nice dump off. Nice play all around. The pass was made by Cortez Caney. And
that all started with a poor defense up front. Reaching for the ball, letting your guys drive, and making it easy for the offense. Poor defense up front on the ball. You can't do that. You have to contain your players.
Paul coaching from the broadcast booth. It's the best seat in the house, man.
Yeah, and this doesn't go on my record, so this is good.
Perfect. Nice play there to keep it in play by the Knights as he left his feet and almost turned it over. And now we do have a foul. Looks like a away from the ball violation.
Or shot clock.
Yeah,
shot clock. That's fine.
First time we've had that.
Yeah, the rules have changed on a possession change on offense. The clock is reset at 14, not 21 anymore. I think that caught them off guard.
Yeah, I didn't like that rule when the NBA went to it, as Redick spins inside, can't make it, gets his own board, and puts it back in.
More of the same from the first half, and it's going to be a long second half if the Knights can't pick it up on the defensive glass.
I mean, it's a tough matchup because they do just straight up lack the size individually to stay with some of these guys as they try to throw a three in, but it's unsuccessful, and here come the Blackhawks. Back the other way. Nice move and nice cut. Good two-man game as Cortez Caney finishes with the left hand.
Yeah, if you're a smaller team and you're trying to block out a larger opponent, you've got to get into their knees, their legs, and their body.
Yeah, big guys don't like it when you get near their knees.
No, it's uncomfortable for them. So how about we make them uncomfortable a little bit?
What a play at the rim. We'll see if it counts, but man, that was some serious upper body strength and body control to maintain possession and score it there by White, who will go to the line for the end one.
Yeah, and he's had a quiet, very effective game on the offensive end, also rebounding from the guard position and getting assists too. So he's, the bigs and Cortez, Cheney have really dominated, but White has really had a solid game also. It's kind of gone unnoticed so far.
You're right about that, Paul, as he converts the N1. Smith gets it into the front court for the Knights, who trail by 28. Trying to cut it down, no good. Long rebound finds its way out to Smith.
Better ball movement, though.
No question about it. And right on cue, that ball movement led to that three by McKinney. As you said earlier, Paul, a good shot. Good shooter.
Wide open. Yeah, wide open shot. Yeah.
Looks like they're trying to go for the post again. This time with the fronting defense, doesn't matter, get it up and over. Good seal, but unable to finish as the Knights come the other way off the Moody miss. And they miss as well. Offensive rebound, probably good to get it out of there. Yep, good, smart decision. McKinney with another three. That time he got clipped in the knee as he was following through, which will send him to the line for three.
That was a great example of the Montgomery Knights finally fronting the post, making him make a dribble and pass the ball and do something different than they've been doing the whole first half. They need more of that. Also, when you make someone lob over the top when you're fronting, that weak side low guy should come over and form a trap and make that big guy make a play. And hopefully he'll turn it over or make a miss. So at least they're on the right track there of defending the post. They just need to keep that system up right now.
One other thing from that play, Paul, that I like as the second free throw drops from McKinney is that, to follow up with your point, they did a good job, the guards did, of getting that entry pass in. Not all guards in this day and age know how to execute an entry pass, given the post game has fallen out of favor in large parts of the game. So that was a good job by the Blackhawks to even make that pass.
Yes, my philosophy is make them make more decisions. So if you let them catch it easy in the post, all they have to do is throw it in there. If you make them do something, the big has to catch it, then he has to make a play without traveling, then the other person at the end of that play has to make a play. Three things have to go right instead of just one.
And the turnover by the Blackhawks on an offensive foul.
And that's what we mentioned earlier too, Gary, was if you're smaller, you need to go over and get some charges. Take charges. Get your body over there. And that's what the Knights did on that play.
Good turnaround shot from McKinney. McKinney really playing well over these first few minutes of the second half, Paul.
Yeah, he's an active big that can shoot it, has a good touch. And he's one of the guys that the Knights can go to that can score in that paint, which is important.
Good high screen and roll this time. Nice play in the lane. Good spin move. Just a wonderfully executed play on the pick and roll. Reddick with the finish.
Yeah, that was a good finish, good spin move. However, the defensive player needs to get over there and take a charge. Even if you fall down, maybe get a call.
There you go. 68-44. 24-point advantage for the Blackhawks. 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the third. Coming up on a media timeout. 15 seconds on the shot clock. You have a substitution on the floor as looks like Reddick heads to the bench for the Blackhawks, replaced by Sipes.
Another good big for another good big.
That's it, big for big. Nice move into the lane. Sipes wasting no time, making his presence felt literally as he picks up the foul.
Yeah, that was a good defense, a decent attempt at a block, but now the Knights are attacking. That's what they need to do on offense. And the Knights have come out in the second half and done more good stuff than bad. Unfortunately, they dug themselves such a hole in the first half that they're going to have a tough time coming out of it. But as a coach, you're happy with what you're seeing from the Montgomery Knights right now. And you need to keep them on this point for this game and for the rest of the season.
as Brown misses the first free throw. I'm sure the coach not happy about that, or the second miss for that matter. Either way,
We can work on free throws at next practice.
I'll tell you a funny story when we have a moment about what my high school basketball coach used to make us do with missed free throws. It wasn't pretty, I'll tell you that. As Sipes misses a short jumper, and here come the Knights into the front court. One-on-one, guard versus forward, going right to the body of the big. That's what you want to see your guards do, but unfortunately for the Knights, Morrison unable to finish.
But that's better. That's more spacing,
No
better
doubt.
spacing, attacking the big. That's better. As a coach, I'm encouraged to see this. They just need to keep it up for the rest of this game.
Media timeout. 4 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the third, 68-44. And Paul, my little free throw story real quick. So what my coach used to do is for every missed free throw, you had to run 2 laps. And a lap was basically a suicide. So basically every player had to finish practice with 2 free throws. And if you didn't make one, everyone on the team ran. So if there were 5 misses, that was 10 laps for everybody. So, you know, free throw shooting was a intense competition in my high school practices. A lot of peer pressure.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a couple things that the coach is accomplishing with that. He's accomplishing in shooting free throws also under pressure. There's not game pressure, but there's pressure from your teammates looking at you, going, "You better make this because I don't want to run right now."
That's exactly right.
That may be worse pressure than a game.
No doubt about it. That was exactly what he was doing, and we didn't miss many free throws, that's for sure. All right, here come the Blackhawks after a turnover. Shot is up, no good. Rebound taken by the Knights. Morrison gets it up ahead.
You'll notice less offensive rebounds from the Blackhawks this half also, which is good news for the Knights.
Good move into the lane as the Knights do get the bucket and the foul. That was a heck of an explosive play coming from White.
Yeah, White's really come on this third quarter and really attacking the rim and showing that he's one of a big cog in this team. And really, when you look back, the spacing that the Blackhawks have on offense and transition is so effective, and there was no resistance for him at the end of that play.
Off the missed free throw, here come the Knights.
Throwing a little trapping.
Yep, no doubt about it.
That's the coach working on his trap in a game where he probably has it in hand.
Short corner 3 is good. Back on another one for Ettman.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the Blackhawks play a little zone to try that out in the game time situation, just to get a look at it.
Long 3 is no good. Ball bats around and ends up in the hands of White. White surveying the floor, finds his big Sipes, who has his shot blocked on the perimeter, and here come the Knights. Good pass. Nice run out, but a bad turnover. And here come the Blackhawks back the other way, 2-on-1. Give, no go, but a nice reverse as White finishes again. And as you were saying moments ago, Paul, he's really had a strong quarter.
He has. He's really come through for them. And the Montgomery Knights are falling into that bad habit they had in the first half to turn the ball over. And here's the Blackhawks doing that little trap again, got another turnover.
That one does not go in off the steal, but a foul is called. And that's going to send the Blackhawks back to the charity stripe, as it will be Cortez Canny trying to extend this lead, which is already at 31.
Yeah, we mentioned this before. This is very important for the Montgomery Knights and their coaching staff to get their team together and say, okay, let's just focus on what we do. They're trapping us now. Let's work on our press break and get good shots and continue on, block out, do the good stuff that we've been doing a little bit. Just do it more to end this game on a more positive note than it could be.
3 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the third as Columbus waits for its second free throw attempt, up 32. And, you know, one of the things about a game like this, when you outcome is largely decided early. It's hard for everybody because, like you were just saying, Paul, you want to take something constructive from it. You don't want it to just be a disaster. But at the same time, if you're the other team, if you're the Columbus, the team that's winning, there's still a lot of time left. You don't want to just throw these minutes away either. I mean, look, these guys are all pros. As you see the steal there, you want to play like it.
Yeah, you want to continue on. You want to do the things that got you this league, not things that will detour from it. And you're going to find out, like that turnover is just a real silly turnover that you want to work on and not create. And as a coach, you're going to, on both teams, you're going to see, maybe you're going to take a chance to play a player you want to take a look at in a game situation.
We'll see if there's some bench emptying, as you're alluding to, Paul, as we kind of close down the third quarter here. Missed by the Knights and rebounded by the Blackhawks as we go back the other way.
And all the players need to realize at this time of the game, you can earn minutes. If you're not a starter right now, you can play well and earn minutes in your coach's mind. And that's what this time should be used for.
Mr. White Mr. Moody is back in the game. Maybe a Freudian slip. White's maybe earned the Mr. title too.
Yeah, he might have. He's really come on, especially in this third quarter. He's really helped control the team and the game from the get-go, along with Cortez Jamie, and their bigs. But like I said, now's the time. If you're a player that is one more playing time, here's where you earn it. And we'll see who steps up and maybe earns a chance to start next game or play more minutes next game, especially from the Columbus Blackhawks. I think, the Knights. I think
nice
the Blackhawks
pass.
know what they are.
Yeah, I think you're right, Paul, as that was a beautiful feed pass down to Townsend, who converts for the Knights.
And that's a play that'll keep in the coach's mind.
Case in point, as Etney answers with a beautiful pull-up. That's a pro shot. That's a shot that takes an incredible amount of skill and body control to pull off, and he made it look effortless.
Yes, and you look at that, as scouts look at that. One dribble, two dribble pull-up is very important in your game.
One of the more difficult shots to make are those mid-range pull-ups. He did it beautifully there. Nice feed down low, but a block. Sipes ends up with it, though. Misses. Ball bats out and ends up in the hands of the Knights, who hustle it down. Good job on the hustle by Montgomery, who is having a hard time controlling. Now gets it under control. Nice pass down low. Good ball movement, like you were talking about before, as the Knights just can't throw it in. But, man, that was good ball movement. Might have been the best ball movement we've seen under pressure so far this game from Montgomery.
Yeah, and spacing and ball movement, you get an open shot. Sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. You hope more of them go in, but at least it was a good shot. And right now, till just this minute, the Blackhawks had three bigs in the game at the same time, and that is a coach seeing if he could play the three bigs at the same time for future use in the season.
That was just a miscommunication as the Knights turn it over, but fortunately for them, the layup is no good on the other end, so here they come back with the ball. Nice down low pass this time, and this time there's no mistake as the Knights convert. Robinson with the basket.
Robinson has had a good game. He's solid. He's made a couple threes. He's a decent big that is athletic and can make some plays on the offensive end.
And on the other end, a big shot, very confident stroke from Cortez Caney. We've called his name a lot today with good reason. A very polished player as McKinney misses again.
Yeah, Cortez is an all-around player. He plays defense. He pressures the ball. He can drive. And they can finish like that.
And there's that.
Cortez plays all ends of the court. That's what I like about him. He can score, but he also rebounding. He's making some good passes. So that's what scouts look for out there. Guys that are more than just scorers or more than just rebounders, guys that can do a lot of different things. And that's what Cortez James has been showing us tonight.
Just a beautiful off the backboard pass on that last one. Just incredible. Nice play to end the quarter as the Knights We won't get a shot up. And that takes us to the fourth. 84-51, a blowout in motion as we head to the fourth quarter. It's Gary Ade and Paul Mokeski here on the call of the PBA Game of the Week. Columbus coming in very polished, looks like very together, and the Knights sort of kind of trying to figure out some answers. A couple of early blunders and then just a size and strength advantage of the Blackhawks kind of got them down early, and it's been sort of a tough sledding the rest of the way as another 3 falls for Columbus. Again, it's Caney.
Yeah, I think, the Blackhawks know who they are. They have very good players at every position, good size, have experience with each other, and Montgomery Knights are just kind of feeling their way and seeing what kind of team they are. And the coach is going to have to make some decisions here moving forward in the season of, adding players, playing different players, having a different philosophy. When the coaches watch this game, I think that's what they're going to have to do. The Knights are going to keep doing the same thing. And the Blackhawks and the Knights are going to have to change some stuff up.
Long rebound comes back out to the shooter, and another bad miss, so it ends up back with the Blackhawks. Survey.
You'll notice most good teams, that's a little forced shot, but good teams, no matter what the score, who's in the game, they do the same things. They keep the same philosophy. They keep the spread
Excellent
floor.
point.
They play solid defense. They do the same things over and over, no matter who's in the game.
That's a very good point, Paul. It's a system when you're playing on a good team, and you could see it on the court as Caney comes away out in front, and good job by the Knights. Looks like a charge, and it is.
Yeah, that might have been a little sympathy call right there, I think.
It was a good play, nevertheless. But yeah,
and really, if you're looking at it as a coach, you can play that back for Cortez Caney and say, listen, was that a charge or not? I don't know, but maybe a Euro step in that situation would be better.
Looks like a going right back the other way, illegal screen.
That was a serious screen right there. That was I'm gonna set a pick and I'm gonna make him feel it. I think I've been there a couple times in my past. I can't remember.
Oh, to this gym?
No, to that kind of screen.
Oh, yes. Wow. Another big 3, this time from Etney, and they are just pouring it on from downtown here in the fourth. 90-51, Columbus just breaking this wide open as the Knights now struggling to find the basket. You get another offensive rebound. And the ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Columbus.
Now, even though the game's out of hand, I want to see the Knights execute an out-of-bounds play.
Having a hard time getting ball movement. There seem to be 7 or 8 defenders out there. Great swarming defense from Columbus. A clean look does materialize, though, and they capitalize. Good shot that time from Birmingham.
That's a positive. But as a coach, you're trying to get positives out of this fourth quarter, whatever you can.
It was good patience. It was a pressure defense, and they were able to not turn the ball over. They were able to keep their composure and make the right play. That's exactly what you're talking about, Paul.
Yeah, now, the game is what it is, and it's getting a little chippy. And it's very important for players just to keep their heads and stay focused. And that's a difficult thing emotionally and mentally to do. as a player is to stay focused in a game like this. And like I said before, do what you do. Don't go out of your realm of what you're supposed to do, and just finish up the game positively.
7 minutes and 20 seconds to go as there's some conversation about the foul and explanation, but that will send the big man to the line, Moody.
Yeah, I think there's some extracurricular activity at the end of that play.
Well, those are my favorite types of activities. I mean, they must be yours too. You do live in Vegas.
Yeah. We won't go there. But this is an important time for the referees to keep control of this game too. And Gary, let's keep my Vegas adventures out of this, please.
All right.
That's a separate show.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And good pressure defense here from the Blackhawks. Like you said, Paul, maybe some chippiness, little tensions boiling over as the Knights again managed to score. Again, it's Birmingham on the layup that time. Blackhawks lose the ball. Here come the Knights again. And a breakaway layup is good.
And these are positives that the Knights can get out of this game and that they can see on video afterwards. They need to just end this game on positive plays like that. Don't worry about the score right now.
Etney puts up a tough shot, gets fouled in the act. And, you know, I've noticed him to be a good shooter, and good shooters have a sense for when they can get contact on the perimeter in the act. He probably knew he wasn't making that shot, but he knew very much that he was getting fouled.
Yeah, and you have to, like you say, you have to have a feel for it, because if you fall down all the time, you're not going to get that call. But if you pick the right time to do it, you can get that call. And he knew that was the right time. And actually, when you think about what we were talking about, the refs keeping this thing under control, that's what they did there. So as a player, and if you're a smart player, you know the game is a little chippy. It's getting out of hand. So be smart and get to the free throw line. Don't be the reactor to some action. Be the actor and do what you're supposed to do.
Makes a lot of sense. It's an excellent point. And yeah, I think the timing of that was well played by Etney, and he's been rewarded with 3 free throws. Made the first 2, and he makes all 3. Perfect at the line. Columbus going to cruise to an easy win here. Just a matter of what the final score is going to be. And as you said, Paul, getting some positive momentum going into the next game. And if you're Columbus, not falling into sloppy habits that could lead into the next game.
Yeah, if you're Montgomery, you're trying to finish on positive plays, do the right thing, don't worry about the score. Same thing if you're the Blackhawks, and you want to keep doing. You can notice that the Blackhawks' defensive pressure is still very intense, and you don't want your team to get lax because you're up by a lot. You want to play the same way.
No question about it. As the Blackhawks lock in on defense, Knights looking for some space. Good defense down in that short baseline area, but they do find an open shooter. Unfortunately, unable to convert are the Knights, and here come the Blackhawks off the miss. Knights corral the rebound off the Columbus miss now. Back and forth.
Both shots were good shots, though. Good penetration, good on one end, and a good shot, you just missed it, and transition on the other end. Good shot, just missed it.
Now all of a sudden the pace is picked up again as the Blackhawks convert on the other end. Again, it's Caney. Knights trying to answer with 3, no good. Rebounded by Caney. Head up looking for...
That's what you don't want to do at this point. You don't want to just come down and jack up threes. You want to still run your stuff and take good shots.
Wide open shot, but passing it up for what he thought was a better shot, probably should have just shot there. And just a careless turnover by the Knights.
Yeah, unfortunately now the game is getting a little sloppy. I wouldn't mind if one of the coaches called timeout to get their teams back on focus for the last 5 minutes, because unfortunately a lot of players think this time doesn't matter, but it does matter, and it's very important for players and coaches alike there's scouts and people watching all over the world this game. So what you do in the next 5 minutes can get you some interest from another organization overseas, maybe.
Always someone watching. That's one thing you learn as a professional in any vocation. You always want to put your best foot forward. You never know who's watching when, that's for sure. As the Knights coming back after the rebound, looking to get back in their offense. Good pressure defense, trapping defense from the Blackhawks. Nice Euro step into the lane. Runner is no good. Good rebound and a putback. Good play. Way to stay with it by the Knights. And Robinson is rewarded with the 2.
Yeah, he's had a good game. He's working hard and he's playing. He's not giving up. He's playing tough. Good defense there.
Yep, sure was. And now that will send Butler to the free throw line. Nope, excuse me. Moody. Or is it Reddick? I can't see anymore. My eyes are going bad, Paul. What is wrong with me?
It's Reddick, I think. We got to help you out.
It is Reddick, yes. There we go. Oh, well, there's only so many guys. I'll get the right one eventually.
Yeah, take the names out.
Got a timeout on the floor.
Both those possessions were good possessions, and that's what you got to focus on in the last 4 minutes of this game if you're either team.
There we go. And is that, if you're a coach in this huddle, is that pretty much the same message in both huddles right now, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling. If I'm in the Blackhawks huddle, I'm saying let's not get lazy, let's not get out of. Let's keep doing what we do. Play smart, share the ball, get what got this lead. Let's keep doing that for the next 4 minutes. And if I'm in the Knights huddle, I'm saying, listen, let's get some good possessions. Let's move the ball. Let's execute our stuff. And don't get really sloppy. Don't just take early, long shots. That's not who we want to be. And we need to end this game on some positive plays.
Good advice. Let's see if they take it as Reddick at the foul line. And judging by the court, Paul, as he misses the first one, Reddick looks to be about 6'7".
Yeah. If I'm, looking, he's probably 6'7", 230, maybe something like that.
Yep. Makes the second. And how much, as a big guy, how much emphasis in practice time do you put on your free throws?
You should put a lot. As a coach, I put a lot on it because free throws win or lose games. And a lot of times, if you're a post scorer that can score in the low post, you're going to get fouled. So, and that gives another if you can't make free throws, that gives another strategy to the other team to just foul you, a la hack a Shaq. And you don't want to be that guy that teams can foul. Also, on the coaching end, if you're a big that can't make free throws, I can't have you in the end of an important game or a close game because you can't make your free throws.
That's right. Or have to play you in a limited role, like a rim runner, shot blocker type of guy, like a JaVale McGee style player. It definitely cuts down your opportunities. There's no question about it, as the Euro step into the lane leads to a long shot and a foul. One guy that stands out in my mind in the NBA, Paul, who's really developed over the years with his free throw shooting as a big, is DeAndre Jordan. As a coach developing bigs, how do you get a big who might struggle with his foul shooting to be better at it? Is it form? Is it technique? Is it repetition? What's the key?
Form, fundamentals, and repetition. You got to get them a simple form, a simple routine. When I played, I was about a 70-something% free throw shooter during the season and 80 in the playoffs. And I just had a simple routine where I dribbled it 3 times, and then I came up with kind of a mini 3 count to my release, and I just released it. So that's all I focused on when I was shooting free throws, and you can repeat that over and over again in practice. And that's what you have to do with players that struggle from the free throw line. You get them a simple routine, simple fundamentals, and then you encourage it and repeat it over and over again.
Blackhawks score again, and the routine you're talking about. You hear that over and over again from coaches. It's so important. For you as a role player, how much did your free throw shooting aptitude extend your career in your estimation?
Well, a little bit, but I would get back to the routine because I've had free throws to put playoff games into overtime or win a game with no time on the clock. And with a routine, all you do is focus on the routine, not the situation. So my free throws in the
Excellent point.
first quarter were the same as my free throws at the end of the game, and that takes some of the pressure off, and I'm focusing just on my routine.
That's an excellent point. Eventually, one of these threes is going to go in. About
Yeah.
4 offensive rebounds back to back for Columbus, but give the Knights credit; they stay with it.
We used to say 2 for $1. Now it's 4 for $1, I guess.
Yeah, we got quarters now. We're just giving out quarters. It's like the State Farm commercial, dropping dimes from Chris Paul.
But like I said before, this time I used to hate it when people called this garbage time because it's
Yes.
not. It's not for coaches and it's not for players. I'm telling you, there's players on the Blackhawks right now that the coach is looking at and see if he wants to get more playing time to. And there's players on the Knights right now that the coach is deciding, well, do I want to move forward with him and have him a big part of the team, or do I want to replace him with one of these other guys? And that is actively happening right now in this game. And the more players realize that, the more effective they will be in their careers.
Excellent analysis. That's what this game is all about at this level, especially. Everyone here, from coaches to players to refs, everyone, broadcasters included, we're all looking to get to that next level. We're all looking to improve at our craft as the Knights knock down a 3.
Yeah, there's a good example right now of someone knocking down the 3 that if someone sees it says, well, he might be a good shooter for my team.
Follow up is no good. Ball bats around. Knights come away. Back the other way. Dribble off his heel, and then a fortuitous bounce off the hand of a defender. The near turnover is avoided by the Knights.
Yeah, and I'm on the Knights. I'm looking at Robinson, and he's still running the floor. He's still being active. He's still playing positively. That impacts me as a coach and/or scout. I can see that on the floor, no matter what the score is.
Yeah, you notice those guys. As we kind of wrap up the last under 2 minutes to go here, if you were to designate a player of the game on both teams, who have stood out for you on both squads?
Well, I think Washington Thomas had a solid game on both ends of the court for the Knights. And on the other end, the bigs, and Mr. Mooney has played great, and some other bigs have played great, and White played well. But I think overall, Cortez Chaney with 25 points, 8 boards, and 7 rebounds is my MVP on the Blackhawks side. He just plays every side of the basket. And
I agree. No doubt about it with you on Cortez, Caney, and I also thought Etney played a very good game for the Blackhawks. On the other side of things, I liked a lot of what I saw from McKinney in the first half. I thought Robinson, you were just talking about him a moment ago, Paul. I thought he played a pretty good game. But yeah, the Blackhawks, a more polished team at this stage of the season.
And also Keith Butler on the Montgomery Knights and had a good game too.
This time,
there's the Blackhawks need to tighten up just a little bit, but they're on their way. And the Montgomery Knights have seen some positives in this team that they can work on and grow from. And that's, as a coach, the first couple games of the season are important to try and get wins, but they're also important to see who you are as a team and where you want to go to and how you can do that. And that's what this evaluation for both teams will be.
Jump ball at the free throw line, not a spot you typically see. It's one, funny enough, won by the Blackhawks, but controlled by the Knights. How much do coaches work on those jump ball situations in practice in terms of lining up in specific spots based on tendencies of your jump?
Not as much as you would think, because there's less jump balls now with the possession arrows. And It's more free throw sets after misses and side out of bounds and time out, baseline out of
Yes.
bounds. And I'm a big proponent as a coach to run those out of bounds to score, not just to get the ball in. And there's some really good stuff you can do from out of bounds underneath the basket and on the side. Also, I like to have a last second play from half court and full court or 3/4 court that I can use at any time. I might use it at the end of the first quarter. If I have 4 seconds on the clock and the ball out of bounds, I'm going to use that play and see how it works and see if I can tweak it.
You know who's really good at that is Doc Rivers. Makes a lot of good out-of-bounds designed plays. I think his teams always do very well on those out-of-bounds plays.
Yeah, Doc is one of the best in the professional language. That's called ATOs, after timeouts. And the teams that can execute ATOs, after timeout plays, can get 4, 6, maybe 8 points more in a game out of it.
Yeah, it's amazing how a game that has at times 200 points scored, 200 plus, as another shot goes down for Columbus, can come down to 1 or 2 points. It's incredible.
They do a lot, and that's free throws and execution usually.
That's right. As we wrap this one up, final score in this game is going to be 104 to 60, 104 to 70. They do count the last basket. So 104-70 is the final score. Columbus comes out on top, a pretty much wire-to-wire win for them. Some good things for the Knights, but ultimately the Blackhawks a little too much in this one, Paul.
Yeah, the Blackhawks, very good team, inside and out, every possession, every position, and I look at them to be a really contender in the PBA this season. Gary, it was awesome doing the first game of the week with you, and look forward to the future game of the weeks to come.
Absolutely. Well, Paul, thank you very much. And again, my name's Gary Aid. He's Paul McKeskey. Final score again, 104 to 70 in favor of the Blackhawks. We'll see you again next week. And thanks again to Paul and everyone here with our crew. I'm Gary Aid saying so long. We'll see you next week on the PBA Game of the Week.
This presentation of the Pro Basketball Association is presented by our sponsors. Benita's International Academy. Reach higher, no limits. With Benita's International Academy. Wilson Sporting Goods, the official basketball of the PBA. And Grip Spritz. Court traction is important. No licking, just sticking. With Grip Spritz.